Hello, and welcome to the channel. Today, I'm going to let you have a look around at Elsie, the Gas City cow. Here we go.
The Paulstorian.
So, Gas City. In 1966, Gas City had its first location in Chicago. It was on 55th and Pulaski. So, this was a gas station where during the time of the 60s, it was a bit of a novelty for gas stations to sell milk. So, to prove that you could actually come here and buy this novelty milk at this gas station, Gas City's first location in Chicago, they wanted to advertise this so everybody could see, hey, look. And what they did was they built Elsie. Elsie is a humongous 12-foot cow. She's black and white. And back when they opened up, they put her on the roof. So when you drove down the street, you could see this huge cow on top of this gas station. Hey, not only can I get gas, I can get milk over this place. This is what drivers by, they would hope, would be thinking. And here is a photo of Elsie. This is what she looked like. And if you look over to the far section of the picture here, you can see up on top of that old-timey station wagon, you can see Elsie resting on the roof of this gas city here in Chicago. And come 1976, so they've been open for a decade. By the way, that photo is from 73, in case you're wondering. And 76, something tragic happened with Elsie. It was something that was not to be expected. It was something that caused a drastic change of location for Elsie herself. Okay. Somehow, some way, Elsie, big, huge, humongous 12-foot gigantic cow, fell through the roof of Gas City. So it caused quite a ruckus. And let's just say Elsie got kicked out of her home. That eviction joke for Elsie was just a little joke there. So Elsie, who got evicted, so to speak, just my joke, she had to be given a new home since she was still there. Still a pretty good piece of advertisement. So William McHenry, otherwise known as Bill, he was the president of Gas City Limited. Gas City Limited was doing pretty well. It started at that store in 1966 in Chicago, and it expanded. It had locations in Illinois, Indiana, Florida, and even Arizona. So it was doing all right. And Bill decided to move Elsie to Gas City headquarters. That was located in Frankfort, Illinois. It was at 21660 South LaGrange Road. And that's where we pick up here with the Paulstorian. All right. So in case you haven't been familiar with my channel, I sometimes do before YouTube existed series. And that's what this is. This happened in the 1990s. So the term vlog was coined in 2000, and it took off in late 2005 when YouTube was created. So basically, I personally was vlogging before vlogging was a thing. And I do have a clip of myself with Elsie from the 90s, from way back then. And the clip that you're about to see is during the holiday time. You might notice if you look closely, there's some holiday themed areas on and around Elsie herself. You could see just a little bit of this if you look. But this is a clip of myself with Elsie, the Gas City cow from the 1990s.
Wash their hair.
This is what we're gonna do, son. I am gonna teach you how to go cow tipping. You wanna go cow tipping, son? Okay, let's go cow tipping. Come on, come with me.
Okay, so that was my experience there with Elsie the cow. That was something. And in case you were wondering, that thing did not budge 1 millimeter. Elsie, however much she weighs, is very heavy, so she wasn't moving. Now, I will say that my little buddy Matt there, who's in that video with me, he now has 3 kids of his own. So this was quite a while back. And you can hear laughing behind the camera is my wife, Lisa, who's in many of my videos now. And Matt's mom was in that laughing behind her also. So that was in the 90s. Now, this William Billy guy had grown quite an empire with the Gas City. And as I said, he expanded into 4 states. But then around 2010, something happened. Gas City filed bankruptcy. They had some debts. They got into hundreds of $1 million worth of debt, and he ended up filing bankruptcy on it, and the whole thing shut down. They ended up closing that Gas City location in Frankfort. And poor Elsie, although she was not moved to the roof when she moved to this location, they set her safely on the ground. She was in a pasture that had seen better days. And her time wasn't coming to an end. No, it was just continuing. This cow, being a fake gigantic cow, has had quite an adventure over her days. Now, I do want to say that you couldn't see the Gas City sign in that video. I have a very, very small, like 3-second clip that was kind of cut off from that clip to show you the position of where the cow was at that time compared to the Gas City sign there in Frankfort. So I'm going to show that to you first, and then we'll continue our story. So when we last left Elsie, our friendly neighborhood giant 12-foot cow, she was at a defunct location in Frankfort where Gas City headquarters had closed down in the year 2010. Fast forward, while Elsie is sitting in this vacant lot, 1 year, 2011, 2 years, 2012. In 2012, in May, after sitting there for a couple of years, nothing going on, just sitting there for passersby to see her, it was decided to move Elsie to, now get this, it's very fitting because Elsie's a cow, to a creamery. This is a place that was, it was part of the Gas City empire, but it wasn't a gas station. It was a place that sells like ice cream and things like that. And hence creamery, but also like hot dogs. So it was decided to move her to a creamery in a very nearby location in Modena, Illinois. And that location is, at the creamery is 19100 or 19100 Wolf, WOLF Road, Modena, Illinois, 60448. So they decided to move her from she got moved from Chicago after falling through the roof and not breaking her legs, I guess. And then into Frankfort. And now Frankfort, she's moved from Frankfort to Modena. So that's 3 different cities she's ended up in. So I'm going to show you a picture here of her at the creamery in Modena. And while I'm showing this picture to you, I want to remind you that they say that if you go in here, driving by isn't a good idea to see her. You actually have to pull into the creamery parking lot to get a good look at her. You might be able to tell from this picture that, that's something you might want to do. So jokingly, some of the people were talking about renaming Mokina to Mookina in honor of Elsie. But Elsie, and this currently is August of 2021, is still at the creamery. She has been there since 2012 in May. And what the creamery did was, that isn't the only creamery location. There are other locations. When they moved her, they decided to have half price black cows. That's a special drink they were selling during that time in honor of her. But if you want to go there today, unless things have changed since the timing of this video, you could still see Elsie the cow. She is still there to this very day. She still exists. So from 66 to 2021, it's like what, that like 55 years, something like that. This cow is over half a century old and still going strong. And people are constantly going up there to, meet Elsie, take pictures with her and stuff, and grab something at the creamery. So if you're nearby there and you get a chance, go see Elsie. Why not? And also, before I end up going out here, in case you were wondering about how the rest of that little ordeal went, I have a very brief clip again of the remainder of Matt and I after the Elsie experience, which I will show you now.
Okay.
Come on, son, we gotta go find another fish.
All right, Matt.
Well, class, I hope you've enjoyed your lesson on Elsie, the Gas City cow. This concludes the day. And now it is time for me, your host, the Paulstorian, to X out. Goodbye.